They say power corrupts. But what happens when two of the most powerful men in America start corrupting each other? It was just another quiet Tuesday morning until he posted the tweet. Some people just can't handle the truth. Sad. No context. No name. Just 12 cryptic words. But the internet didn't need a name. They knew who it was for. Within 5 minutes, Trump versus Musk was the #1 trending topic worldwide. Reddit went into meltdown. TikTok exploded. Meme accounts were frothing at the mouth. Speculation was endless. Was it about politics, business, personal betrayal? By noon, Trump himself fired back on Truth Social. Elon is a rocket man with no direction. He begged me for help in 2020. Now he thinks he's a genius. Pathetic. Suddenly, this wasn't just about egos. This wasn't just about tweets. This was war. A silent war between two empires, one fueled by influence, the other by algorithms. But here's what the public didn't know. This feud didn't start with a tweet. No, it started long before that. Behind closed doors, over steak, in a Florida mansion. And by the time it reached your timeline, it was already too late. Next time, we go inside Mar-a-Lago, the dinner that changed everything. The tweets were just the surface, because underneath the digital chaos was something far more real and far more dangerous. Months before the world caught wind of their feud, Elon Musk and Donald Trump sat down together, alone, inside Mar-a-Lago. No aides, no cameras, just two billionaires, a steak dinner, and 6 hours of conversation that would shape everything to come. It was late 2022. Trump, still plotting his next move, saw Elon as a weapon, a tool to amplify his reach, to bypass the media, to control the narrative. He pitched an idea: merge Twitter and Truth Social, build the ultimate platform, one voice, one vision, uncancelable. Elon listened. He nodded. He smiled. And then he said something that chilled the room. "I don't do mergers. I do takeovers." The air shifted. The tone changed. Trump, used to being the alpha in every room, suddenly felt cornered. That night, no agreement was made. No deal was struck. The handshake never came. But what did remain was resentment. Trump felt slighted. Musk felt underestimated. They both left that room with the same thought: he's going to regret this. And from that moment on, their friendship turned into a silent competition. It wouldn't stay silent for long, because the next move wasn't public. It was leaked, and it would ignite a firestorm. Next time, the audio that shattered the illusion. Every empire has its cracks. For Musk and Trump, the first real fracture wasn't seen. It was heard. The leak dropped without warning. No context, no source. Just a 3-minute audio clip uploaded to an anonymous account and shared by thousands within the hour. In it, Elon's voice, clear, calm, cutting. He thinks he's playing 4D chess, but he's just repeating cable news headlines. He's not strategic. He's emotional. He's using the base, and they don't even see it. The internet erupted. For Trump loyalists, it was betrayal. For Musk supporters, it was confirmation. The tech genius wasn't playing both sides. He'd chosen one, and it wasn't Trump's. Conservative influencers demanded answers. Former allies turned critics. Trump's inner circle began accusing Elon of sabotage, of disloyalty, of manipulation. But Elon said nothing. No tweets, no press releases, just silence. And somehow, that made it worse. Because in the absence of denial, people filled the void with their own truth. Trump, furious, took to the stage at a rally days later. No teleprompter, no filter. I made Elon. Without me, he'd still be begging subsidies from Obama. He's a con man, a glorified coder in a midlife crisis. Lines were drawn. Followers were forced to choose. And behind the scenes, Elon was already preparing his next move. Not with words, but with code. Because if Trump wanted a fight, Musk was about to bring the future. Next time, the AI that exposed a president. If there's one thing Elon Musk understands, it's data. And when the political world turned on him, he didn't fight back with a press tour or a Twitter thread. He used something far more dangerous, a prototype from XAI, his secretive artificial intelligence division, nicknamed Prometheus. In a live stream disguised as a tech demo, Elon introduced it casually, a neural network trained on decades of political speeches, voting records, and public sentiment. Then someone asked the question that changed everything. What does Prometheus think of Donald Trump's presidency? No hesitation, no filter, just cold, calculated analysis. Prometheus responded, Trump's leadership exhibited extreme volatility, favoring personal loyalty over institutional integrity. Decisions often prioritized short-term media cycles over long-term policy strategy. His administration operated less like a government and more like a reality show. The internet froze. It wasn't just a soundbite, it was a takedown, delivered not by a pundit, but by a machine. Musk never looked up, never commented. He just let the AI speak. Within minutes, cable networks were running the clip on loop. Pundits were screaming bias. MAGA loyalists called it digital treason. Tech circles hailed it as revolutionary political analysis. And Trump went nuclear. He posted, Elon's robot is fake news, biased, dangerous, probably built in China. I've built real things. Elon built Twitter into a glitchy echo chamber. The war had gone post-human. This wasn't Trump versus Musk anymore. It was legacy versus future. Rhetoric versus reason. Emotion versus algorithm. And Elon wasn't done. He had one final move to make. Next time, the confrontation no one saw coming. By now, the lines were clear. Donald Trump, the icon of old-world populism, raw charisma, and crowd domination. Elon Musk, the self-made disruptor, armed with satellites, bots, and an army of technophiles. Their feud had mutated from subtle jabs to open warfare, from the digital trenches of social media to the boardrooms of influence. And yet, the two had not stood in the same room until CPAC. The Conservative Political Action Conference was supposed to be Trump's coronation, a rallying cry for his 2028 momentum. The crowd was stacked, the banners were red, and the energy was electric. Then came the twist. Unannounced, uninvited, unbothered. Elon Musk walked into the building. No entourage, no bodyguards, just a black hoodie, a silent smirk, and a front-row seat. At first, no one believed it. Cameras zoomed in, staffers scrambled. Trump, mid-speech, paused, and then without warning, he broke from the teleprompter. There's someone here tonight who thinks he's above all of this, who thinks coding an app makes you a patriot. But let me tell you something. He never ran a country. He never won an election. He begged me for help. And now he wants to pretend like he's the future. The crowd roared. But Musk didn't flinch. He leaned back, calm, watching, like he was waiting for something. Because he was. Less than 30 seconds later, everyone's phones buzzed. Simultaneously, a scheduled tweet from Elon, preloaded, timed to perfection. It read, I don't need a crowd to prove I'm right. I build the tools your leaders fear. Attached was a live link, an AI-generated breakdown of every major Trump policy decision, complete with fact checks, economic data, and a sentiment analysis based on real voter behavior. The crowd looked confused. Some clicked, some booed, some cheered. But the moment was undeniable. The future had spoken, and it didn't need a microphone. Trump's face hardened. He knew what this was. This wasn't a tech demo. This was a power shift, the kind that doesn't happen at the ballot box or in a boardroom, but in the culture itself. That night, CPAC ended early. Trump left the stage 10 minutes before his scheduled closing speech. Elon left in silence. No interviews, no backstage handshakes. Just one final message posted an hour later. The game has changed. Adapt or fade. And from that day forward, the question wasn't Trump or Musk. It was, who really runs America? The voice or the code?